Hello everyone and welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how we're going to be making a Discord bot. So if you're a long-time member of this channel or you just remembered, like you looked at my old videos, you'll see that I actually made an old video telling you guys how to start a Discord bot, and in that video I claimed that I would tell you guys how to actually make one and set it up, and you'd learn along with me. Well, I kind of got really involved with making my own bots for my server. As you can tell, if you're in HangXChill, which is my main server, you should definitely join it. I have made a couple bots there, so I kind of just got really involved with that. But now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just completely restarting and showing you guys how you can do this yourself. So I'm going to be learning along with you guys, making the bot along with you guys, just all of this really good stuff. So the first thing is you're going to need to download node.js. So once again, all of these links will be in the description. So you need to download node.js, and you need to download Visual Studio Code, and you need to open the Discord developer portal and the Discord permissions calculator. Once again, all of these links are down below. I don't own these websites. Full credit to all these people who made all these things. The first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to open up your files here. So now what you're going to want to do mainly is we're going to be making a folder for your bot. So you're going to go to desktop, and then you're going to click on new folder. So what this is going to do is just create a folder. I'm going to name mine Discord bot, but you're going to want to name this something very obvious and something you can easily remember. Just no special characters or something, because it could interfere when you're making the bot or something. But mainly this should do. So if you're just trying to follow it cookie cutter with me, just name it Discord bot and it should be fine. Now what you're going to need to do here is you need to open the command prompt. So if you're on Windows, once again, this is the command prompt. But on other things like Linux, there's just different consoles. Look up what yours is if you don't know what operating system you're on or what console you're using. Just look it up. I'm sure it's very easy to find. So at this point, you're going to need to download Node.js and Visual Studio Code. So if you haven't already, I recommend you download them from the links below on the right file types. So if you have Mac, download it from Mac. If you're on Linux, download it .deb or .rpm. On Windows, just select your version and install it. Now what you're going to need to do is go back to your command prompt and your folder. So what this means is you're going to be running commands in your folder, but obviously your command prompt isn't actually in your folder. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to change directories using the change directories command. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in cd, stands for change directories, and you're going to change it to desktop. So that's why I would recommend having your actual folder inside of desktop, because this file path up here is exactly where you're going to need to use the command prompt to actually find all this kind of stuff. So now that you're in desktop, you're going to do cd discord bot, the exact name of your folder. So now we're actually in the folder, like our actual Discord bot folder, like we're in here. We can now run commands inside of the folder. So the first command I want to do, once again, you need node.js to have this actually work. If you don't have it, this part will not work. You're going to do npm init. What this is going to do is this is going to walk you through creating your package folder. And what this will basically do is this will allow your Discord bot to connect to Discord. It's one of the steps that we're going to have to take to make sure your bot's actually suitable to connect to Discord. So your package name, you do not have to change. You can just click on enter to move through these. Version 1.0.0. That's what we're going to be starting out as. But as we move forward, we can change that. But once again, it's not very specific. Description, you can add a description. So Discord bot for my YouTube series. Enter entry point. So this is going to be very important. Do not touch anything here, because I'm going to be going through teaching you guys how to use this from index.js. There is some other places you could do it, like you could name it anything. So you could do source.js, like source.js, and it would actually work. But the thing is, I don't want to get into that stuff. Like, we could just do it really simply. There's no need to make it more complicated than it already is. So we're just going to click on enter here. Test command, don't worry about it. Get repository. Once again, we're not going to be worrying about that one. Keywords, we're not worrying about that. And the author, you can just put your own name. That's not really that important. The license, you can just click enter on that one, because that doesn't really matter. So what you can do here is this will tell you what actually all you entered and makes it into an actual file. So as you can see, when I set author up here, source admin, it went in here. So all this stuff here is perfect as long as you followed along with me, and you can click enter here and it'll actually create it. So now if you go back to your folder here, you'll see that the package.json file is actually here up and running perfectly fine. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to open up Visual Studio Code. So you probably do need to download Visual Studio Code from here. I'm going to be working with Visual Studio Code. I'm not going to make another tutorial for basically another code editor because this is the main code editor that I'm going to be using. What we're going to do here is we're going to do code dot, just like that, and what will happen is this will actually open up Visual Studio Code on your computer and put it right into the file that you were just working with, which is really handy and really convenient. So as you can see, if you click on package.json, all the stuff we just did there is straight here in this folder. We're not going to be touching any of this. It's just going to be here as it is. No reason to touch it because everything here is working fine. Another thing we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to do terminal, new terminal, and we're going to have to do npm install discord.js. So this is another dependency that your computer is going to use to actually connect to Discord servers and actually communicate with it. So that should go fairly quickly. It only took my computer 2.6 seconds, but it depends on your internet connection and how fast your computer is, that how fast this will actually work. So as you can see, now that we have discord.js downloaded, we can actually begin working. So as you can see in the package.json folder, we have the entry point or the main as index.js. So now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to copy that directly. So we're going to do index. So we're going to make a new folder. Like we're going to click right up here. We're not making a new folder, a new file. Up where it says Discord bot, we're just going to click right here, click on new file, and index.js. So now that we have this, we can actually make the code that our device, or sorry, our Discord bot is going to be using. So like anything we make here will actually run normally. So what we're going to do here is we're going to type in const discord is equal to require parentheses and then one of our quotation marks here, discord.js. So this is basically just what we entered there. It's going to make sure that our bot cannot start up without this, or else it'll probably shut down. So once again, it's very important that you have this exactly here. I will also leave a text document with all the stuff, like with a download link to all this stuff. I'll leave it right here in the description to everything that I did in this video, like all the code. I'll just link it after every single video. But that's basically all I'm going to be doing for that. Now what you're going to need to be doing is you need to make another constant. So this will mean what I'm meaning when I do a constant is this means that it'll start whenever I try to start the Discord bot. So it'll automatically do it. So you need to do const client. I cannot type. And then we're going to do equal to new discord.client. And then we're going to make an equal sign, or sorry, parentheses, and then we're just going to close it. So basically what this means is it tells the Discord that we're actually making a Discord client. The Discord client and bot are mainly the same thing. There's not really any difference. So now that we have this written down here, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go back to your Discord developer portal. This will be the third link in the description right here, and you're going to need to create a new application. So once you click on the top like right button over here, it's going to say, are you a game dev? We might already have your app in our database. We're not going to worry about this. You're just going to make a name. I'm going to make YouTube Discord bot and basically create this. So what this is going to do is this is just going to make an application. Now this isn't going to make a bot. What you're going to need to do to make a bot is you're going to go to the top left over here, click on add bot, and click yes, do it. So now you have a Discord bot. If you want, you can customize the icon of it, change the name of it. We're just going to leave this as it is. So what's going to happen here is we're going to actually use our Discord permissions calculator right here, and we're going to actually add this to our server. So if you don't already have a server, I'd recommend making a server right away, and this would be very important to have. So now that I actually have our server here, what I'm going to be trying to do is adding this bot to the server. So you're going to go over to the Discord permissions calculator. For this, you're just going to check administrator. And now after you check administrator, you're going to click on client ID down here. So you're going to need to go back to the Discord developer portal to actually get this. You're just going to go back to general information and copy, click on the copy one right here on the client ID, and then just control V this one in, or just paste it with the right button here. So as you can see, we actually have our link here. Now that it's actually been created correctly, we can just click on this link right here, and it'll actually start bringing our YouTube Discord bot to our own account. So now you're going to need the manage server permissions, and like basically if you own the server, not a problem, but you can add this bot to your server here. So I'm going to add it to YouTube video. That's just what I called the server, just random name here. But it's going to ask you to do a recaptcha basically. I'm just going to try and do this very quickly. Once again, these things normally don't like me because I try to answer them exactly. That's not normally expected. But as you can see here, the authorized tab pops up, and if you go back to Discord, your bot is now joined the server. You might have a welcome message right here. But once again, it's very cool that you now have your bot in your server, but it can't exactly do anything. At this point, you can now close command prompt. It's not really useful to us, and we're going to be using the terminal inside of here. And now you're going to do client.login down here. Client.login. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to do a parentheses, a one quotation mark, and now we're going to go back to our Discord developer portal, go to bot, and click on copy. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what a token is, this basically is your bot's identification number. And if anyone gets this identification number, they can steal your bot and use it for whatever they may please. So once again, please do not give this out. I'm going to be changing this after every single one. Like if you accidentally give it out, just click on regenerate and you can copy it, put it back into your code again. But with that being said, you can just paste your client code right here and then close it with a parentheses. So now everything here is really working as smooth as it could be. But now we want to know that our bot's actually online, right? We're not actually going to use this constant. I was kind of mistaken there. What we're going to need to do now is we're going to do client.once and then our parentheses here. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to do our one quotation mark and do ready. And then once we have the ready here, we're going to do an arrow function. So in case you don't know what an arrow function is, it basically just expands the line of code of where you can work. We're just going to do equal sign, a right arrow really, and then we're just going to do one of our brackets. So in case you can't tell, I'm using this bracket. I'm holding down shift and clicking on where I would make a normal bracket. There's a difference between them, and it's very key and important when working with these. We're just going to click enter here, and now we have our arrow function working as it should be. We actually forgot to add our parentheses here, so make sure you actually had to add that. Once again, I'm not a professional in any of this, so there may be some mistakes, and I know you're probably going to yell at me for this. So the full unedited everything will be in the description right away as soon as this is uploaded, and you can just really paste this in and change the client login, your name of your bot. Like if you go to package, you could change the author, you can change the version, you can change the description, all that stuff if you don't want to watch this, which I'm perfectly okay with and I understand. So now once you have this right here, you're going to do console.log. So this is basically just going to log to the console that you actually are your bot's online. So we're going to say this bot is online. So this will basically say as soon as you start up your bot that, hey, okay, the bot's online, and now we should be able to do this. So now what you're going to do is, if you're in your terminal up here, I opened this earlier and I never really closed it, but in case you did close it, you can click on terminal and then new terminal, and it'll just start a new Windows PowerShell. Once again, you could change it to command prompt or whatever, but that doesn't really matter. So what you're going to do here is you're going to do node dot. And now what this is going to do is, if everything goes smoothly, or you just copy the text directly from what I did here, it'll say this bot is online. Now what this means is that if you go back to Discord, your bot's online. As you see, it has a green light down here. The bot's actually online, but you'll notice that if you ping it and say hi, or ping it and say hi, nothing, really happens. That's because the bot's kind of dead. Also, it looks a little dry here. So as I go through this series, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make different changes to this, like add a status and all of that really fun stuff. But once again, that's really the end of this video. In the next video, I will be showing you guys how to change the online status, how to set it as a status, and how to make a basic command handler. So I really hope you guys are looking forward to that. But once again, if you do like this kind of series, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe, and let me know what you would like me to cover in the next video. But with that being said, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.